Here we go. This is a surprise Facebook Live. So I just wanted to come on and recap a little bit about yesterday. Yesterday we had a Facebook Live. We talked about how to win any argument. And in yesterday's video of how to win any argument, I touched just a little bit on kind of the bit on how to win that argument. So I wanted to go over that a little bit more and kind of share a little bit more about that. So this is kind of my asking for forgiveness video because I wasn't completely clear. So I just wanted to recap. So how to win any argument, the best way to do that is through understanding. And that's kind of what I shared a little bit about yesterday was understanding where an argument comes from is the way that we can win an argument. Because once we understand what is underlying the argument, then we can stop it before it starts. Because really an argument is two people who want to be heard and two people who want the other person to understand where they're coming from. So if we can give that understanding to the other person, we win. We win the argument. And that can be very challenging to do. Listening to another person can be very challenging. But understanding is the key to winning any underlying needs and desires of the other person, then you can stop that argument before it starts. Because everybody knows once you start arguing, it's over. It's done. Once those, and this is part of what happens when we argue as well, is our energy level rises, and our blood flow starts to go into a place in our brain, in our head, that's fight or flight or freeze. So our energy starts to go to survival mechanisms within our brain, and we go into survival mode. And when we go into survival mode, it's protection. There's no synergy connection happening when we go into that place in our minds and in our hearts. When we argue, we get out of our heart and into our head. And when we're in our head, we're dead. And not only that, when we're in our head, our relationship, our marriage is dead because we have this vision of what we want somebody else to see that they probably will never be able to see that. So that's a good thing to understand. That's our blood pressure goes up whenever we start to argue, and we start to feel those feelings of anger and fear and resentment and all these things that is no fun. Nobody wants to go through that. And that can happen in our marriage. That can happen, and I'm sure it happens in yours. It happens in everybody's, where we argue and we go into these places of anger and fear, and they just don't get it. They don't understand me, and they never will. And what's the reason of even doing this? It's like we've been going through this for so long that it just seems like you're stuck on repeat sometimes, and there is a way out. There is a way out of that. So I wanted to come on here today and just reiterate and share with you, understanding is the way to get out of any argument. And if you can read books, you can take trainings, you can do a lot of things. And one of the things that really helps is finding somebody, a third party, to help you see where those challenges are, what the other person's needs and visions for the future are, and then helping you to work together to be able to make that happen. So if this is something you'd be interested in, if you'd like more information on that, just reach out to me, send me a DM, a PM, a message, whatever you want to call it, here through the group or on my regular Facebook. So I want to tell you thank you very much for watching again today. Thanks for listening to the recap, and I hope your marriage is fun and fulfilling. And if not, DM me. We'll help it get that way. So thank you. You have a great day, and see you soon.